Mother's Day morning is often spent with families gathered together for brunch, but 10 years ago, those plans were blown away for one small southeastern South Dakota community. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, we take a look back at a tornado that carved a path of destruction in Delmont and how the community is still growing a decade later.
It was just before 11 a.m. on May 10th, 2015.
It's going into Delmont.
It is just south of Delmont.
When an EF2 tornado hit the town of Delmont on Mother's Day.
And my stepdaughter called and said, "Get in the basement, there's a tornado coming." And we had steps down into the landing and then this basement. And when there was a door there with a window, and I saw this shingles from the garage going like this, so I thought I better get down there. And I went down 3 steps, and all of a sudden I was under the steps, and I saw the house go.
I get a phone call, and it's my stepdad, Gary, and they're down in Wagner. And he goes, "Hey, Michael, looks like there's maybe some tornadic weather, maybe headed for Delmont. And where you at?" And I said, "Well, right now I'm downstairs in the basement." And all at once, while he's on the phone, I heard wind come up. I started hearing windows breaking. I said, "Gary, it's here. Help me, help me, help me." And then the next thing I remember is I could feel myself sliding across my basement floor.
In the tornado's path of destruction was multiple farms, a centuries-old church, the town's new fire station, and several homes.
It's a miracle. God he's great. It's a miracle that nobody got killed that day.
Both Michael Williams and Lori Bieber live on Seaman Street in Delmont, a street that saw a lot of devastation that day. In the 10 years since that morning, their houses have been replaced, but that isn't the story for many of their neighbors who once lined this street and chose not to rebuild.
I had so many neighbors, and you couldn't see Highway 18. Now you can look right there, so it's the emptiness.
In 2015, around 225 people lived in Delmont. Today, that number is down to around 153. But Larry Klaus, the president of Delmont's Board of Trustees, says they are doing okay.
We got a couple businesses for sale, a gas station and a restaurant. So, we're open for business, so to speak. And we actually, every empty house we get, it gets scooped up right away. And we actually have somebody just applied for a building permit for a new home. So we're growing still, believe it or not. We're not back to where we were, but we're trying to make it work.
What Delmont may still lack in population size, it makes up for elsewhere.
Everybody in Delmont, when you look at the old Iron Association, the Cookin' Festival, the Legion, the Delmont Community Watch, we got very good organizations that have their whole heart and soul about Delmont and keeping traditions alive.
A community of pride that no tornado could ever blow away.
We're still a really great place to live. You ask anybody in town, they don't want to leave. They like it here.
So Delmont's not dead.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Lauren Solik.
Williams tells us there was also only one tree along Seaman Street in Delmont that didn't get hit by the tornado. It's on his property, and he had it carved into something special, a steelhead, which is a type of trout known for putting up a fight when caught. Also on his property is one of 3 concrete tornado shelters that has been put up in Delmont since 2015 and painted on the side of one of the murals, or one of them is a mural of that Mother's Day tornado.